Well, this is a bombshell and a half. Donald Trump wants to expose Meghan Markle and has challenged her to a debate. Question is, will she accept? Make sure you subscribe to this channel and stay tuned for more details in this Daily Nerd starting right now. Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef, the Alternate, your nerdy alternative, and welcome to another dose of the Daily Nerd, where I break down the royal news and gossip of the day that's pretty much caught me eye, and oh my goodness. Yeah, let's jump into this one, shall we? So, whether you support Trump or not, it ain't about that, because I just thought this, on the face of it, was hilarious as hell. Yeah. Trumpy boy wants to debate Megxi. Yeah, the ex-president says he didn't like how Megxi dealt with the Queen, who he thinks was sharper at 95 years old than Biden is at 80. So Donald Trump, he's skipping the second Republican presidential debate later this month. But there's one person he does want to face off with in a debate, and that is Megxi herself. The former president told radio host Hugh Hewitt that he'd love to debate Megxi, noting he didn't like the way she dealt with the Queen. And you know what? I would pay like $1 gazillion to see that debate. I'm telling you right now, because again, whether you like Trump or not, I just think this whole story is freaking hilarious. And I have to admit, between you and me, I think Trump would wipe the floor with her. He would absolutely, on a debating stage, expose all her lies and all her hypocrisy. And I would pay $1 gazillion to see that happen. He then noted that the Queen, who was 96 when she passed away, was much sharper at her age than President Joe Biden is at 80. He repeatedly attacked Biden as Sleepy Joe, and he's previously criticised Megxi and Hazza for being disrespectful of the late Queen Elizabeth II. Because this is a thing, right, guys? This is not the first time that Trump has actually spoken out and attacked Megxi and Hazza. And stay tuned in this video, because I'll be going through some of the highlights, and they're pretty spicy. I'm telling you that right now, guys. But yeah, Trump did concede he'd love to meet Megxi on the debate stage, saying, let's set it up. Let's go do something. I'd love to debate her. I would love it. He also added, I didn't like the way she dealt with the Queen. I didn't either, to be fair. I became very friendly with the Queen. She was an incredible woman. Facts, she was an incredible woman. And he adds, I think it's not a good situation going on with the two of them, but I didn't know that they don't like me. Somebody mentioned it might be possible. They wouldn't be the only ones. Now, he did meet Queen Elizabeth II during a June 2019 state visit to the United Kingdom when he was president. At the time, Megxi and Hazza were still members of the royal family, but Megxi has been a vocal critic of Trump and his policies before her marriage to Hazza. She skipped the state event, citing her maternity leave. She had recently given birth to their oldest child, Archie, at the time of Trump's state visit to the UK. Trump also compared the cognitive abilities of the Queen to Biden, saying, quote, at 95, she was so sharp, she was 100%. When you watch Biden, you say, this is a different planet, he said. Now, Biden met the Queen in June 2021, shortly after he became president, when he was in England for the G7 summit. He also recently met King Charles this year, and yeah, that was a disaster and a half, guys. An absolute disaster. Now, in terms of what Trump has said in the past about Megxi and Hazza, it has been extensive and it has been highly critical. He ain't a fan of Hazza and Megxi. I'm telling you that right now. So here we go. In December of last year, Trump accused Megxi of being disrespectful to the Queen, whilst also reflecting on a relationship with Hazza. He also said that he has never been a fan of Megxi, saying, quote, I'm not a fan of hers. I wasn't from day one. I think Harry has been used horribly, and I think someday he will regret it. I think Harry's being used and being used terribly. I think it's ruined his relationship with his family, and it hurts the Queen. I think she's very disrespectful to the royal family, and most importantly, to the Queen. And I have to admit, again, whether you agree with Trump or not when it comes to his politics, his policies, like him or not, I tell you something, I call a spade a spade. I agree with everything that he's just said there. Like 100% agree with everything he's just said there. He also similarly said that he wasn't a fan when Megxie and Hazza released a video ahead of the 2020 US presidential election. Now, he also said, in terms of the Queen, at the time when she was alive, I am a great friend and admirer of the Queen and the United Kingdom. He tweeted back in March 2020, saying it was reported that Harry and Meghan, who left the kingdom, would reside permanently in Canada. Now they've left Canada for the US. However, the US will not pay for their security protection. They must pay. So, in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, he early on saw through their grift, saw through Hazza and Megxie's grift, turning round and being like, if you think America is going to be paying for your security, Hazza and Megxie, think again. It ain't gonna happen. Not on my watch. I don't think so. But yeah, there's also more. So yeah, he continuously accuses Megxie of disrespect towards the royal family. You know, again saying, I think Harry's being used and being used terribly. In response to comments from Farage, though, which was an interview he had at the time, about Meghan using Duchess of Sussex headed writing paper to lobby members of Congress, Trump, the first US office holder to be impeached twice, said, quote, She's trying to do things that I think are very inappropriate. GB News said he told Farage, I think she's very disrespectful to the royal family and most importantly to the Queen, describing the Queen as a great woman, such a great person, a historic person. So again, he has maintained this narrative over the years that Megxie and Hazza are disrespectful to the royal family and to the Queen, that he holds the Queen in high regard. And in this instance here, when he's speaking to Farage in this interview, he's turning around and saying, look, Megxie's doing things that are very, very inappropriate and way beyond her station that could have, you know, geopolitical ramifications between the US and the UK that she doesn't understand. Now, when Queen Elizabeth II did pass away nearly a year ago now, guys, time flies, right? He released this statement with his wife saying, quote, Melania and I are deeply saddened to learn of the loss of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. Together with our family and fellow Americans, we send our sincere condolences to the royal family and the people of the United Kingdom during this time of great sorrow and grief. He continued to say Queen Elizabeth's historic and remarkable reign left a tremendous legacy of peace and prosperity for Great Britain. Her leadership and enduring diplomacy secured and advanced alliances with the United States and countries around the world. However, she will always be remembered for her faithfulness to her country and her unwavering devotion to her fellow countrymen and women. I tell you something, I don't think when Megxie eventually does pass away that she's going to get an obituary like that. I just don't think so, right? But think about it. I'm showing you the receipts here. Again, whether you like Trump or not, whether you agree with his politics or not, throw all that out of the window right now, because he has been consistent over the years. His devotion, his loyalty, his respect to the British royal family and to our Queen and now our King, right? And his dislike, his criticism against Hazza and Megxie have been extremely consistent over the years. He sees through their grift, guys. And so when I'm seeing this headline, when we get back to it all full circle, that Trump wants to debate Megxie and expose her on the debate stage, right? With all her lies and all her inconsistencies and just basically, she says one thing and then she says another, all her contradictions. Do you know what? Please, someone set this up. Please someone persuade Megsy to do this, because this would be a blood sport that I would pay $1 gazillion for. With that being said, if you appreciated this video and you want more, believe me, of course there's gonna be more, then make sure you subscribe to join our alternate tribe. I'll be honest with you, help us get to 100k so we can get that silver play button right there. Like, share, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theories, whatever's. Also as well, if you've got some very strong opinions about a Trump v Markle debate scenario, and I bet you do, then make sure you send me a super thanks. It's just below this video right here. We can have a conversation about this because it does guarantee a response from me. And until the next time, you guys, laters.